Hi friends, let's get to the next session. Here, let's look at what big data is, what are its properties, and how to work with them, what are the problems posed by big data and all. Big data. It refers to extremely large and complex data sets that is beyond the capacity of traditional data processing methods. So we had traditional data processing methods like DBMS, all that. So they are limited to some size of the data, but when the size of the data goes beyond some limit, then they will not be useful. And such data set we call big data, and it is beyond the capacity of traditional processing methods to either capture the data or store the data or manage the data as well as to analyze the data within a reasonable time frame. So to capture a big data is not possible in a reasonable time frame with the available traditional processing units. Storing is not efficient with the traditional data processing methods. Managing them is not possible, and definitely analyzing is out of our reach. So, the big data is characterized by three V's, and the first one is the volume. We have very large volume of data. Then we have velocity. That means the data is changing so rapidly that any processing has to keep up the pace with which the data is being modified. Otherwise, we will be working in the past, and that has no meaning. So, any processed information is useful only when it is processed for the current situation, not for the past. So, if we want to ensure that the processed information is of any use, then we need to keep pace with the velocity with which the data is being changed. And then comes the variety. A lot of variety of data is available, so many forms of data, either structured or unstructured, many forms of data are available. Example maybe a textual data, numerical data, image data, or audio data, video data, many more. So there is a variety of data available, and we need some common place where all these data can be equally processed without any uh, confusion or any other problems. So there are additional three V's we have, that is variability, which deals with inconsistency in the data flow. So there can be variability, so the data flow may not be always consistent. So we need to keep track of that and make sure that everything is in order. And then talk about the veracity, that is the quality and reliability of the data is also an important thing we need to consider while dealing with big data. And then we have another V, that is value. The ultimate goal of big data is to derive value from the information gathered. So we are working with the big data, which has got three V's: volume, velocity, variety, and along with that we have additional three V's: variability, veracity, and value. So overall, we are dealing with a big ocean of data where a big volume of data is available. The volume of data is varying with a higher velocity. It's changing its type and values with a high speed. So we need to cope up with its pace and then a lot of variety of data available. So we must ensure that any type of data can be equally used for our future. Apart from this, we have three more V's: variability, there is inconsistency in the data flow. So this has to be taken care. So make sure that even there is inconsistency in the data flow, it should not affect our basic activity of understanding the data. And there is veracity, that means quality and reliability of the data may not be always good. Then we must ensure that good quality and good reliable data is available. And then value, that means at the end make sure that whatever value is derived from the information is really useful. So big data analytics aims to uncover the patterns, correlations and trends within the vast amount of data, providing valuable insights for businesses, research and decision making processes. So that's something, few words about what big data is. And this big data has opened up a new avenue called data science, and that is what is next things to look at. So we are having data now. This data need not be available in directly computer processable form. So the process of uh, the next work is to ensure that every data available with us is transformed into a machine understandable, machine processable form, and that process is called datafication. And that's what we look at in our next lecture. Thank you.